Happy Christmas Eve, everybody. Today we're going to be working on Lynch Mining's Paydirt bucket for Vulture Mining Paydirt. We're going to work on the small stuff today because there's just so much of this to go through. I've already classified it. So we're going to start with the -30 and work on from there. Let's get set up on our sluice. Yep, I still haven't figured out the maneuvers on this camera, but we're working on it. There we go. There. I'll try to cut that part out. I've already added my jet dry, which is a surfactant designed to make sure we don't miss our small gold. And with Lynch, sometimes there is very small gold. For some reason I'm not sitting even today. There we are. I do like Lynch Mining's Paydirt. However, their shipping seems to be an issue, not just for me, but for everyone. I ordered this Paydirt, I want to say back in September, and I got it at the end of October. And I just ordered another bag of Belmont in October during the during the camp mug sale, and I got it earlier this week. It might have been in early November when I ordered that. Whenever the campfire mug for sale was going on. I can see a few good pieces of gold up here already. And this is just our first little pan. Depending on how long this video takes, I may have to break this into several videos, but I'll try to release them all within the next week. This one here will of course be released on Christmas Eve, because I know that you guys all want to see this and I want to get it out there to you. I am a new channel. If you like this content, please subscribe, like, hit the bell icon. I plan to try to release a video once a week. Paydirt willing. If you have any suggestions for my channel, please don't hesitate, because I am new at this and I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I'm just Going to talk some, and when I get a little more comfortable, I'll probably talk even more. But I'm not a big talker usually. Most of the talking I've ever done has been in the courtroom. Because my prior life to me, I guess you would call it retiring here, was an investigator in numerous different divisions, most recently public defense for capital murder suspects, people who were facing the death penalty. But due to circumstances beyond my control, I can no longer do that. Mother Nature and Mother Health had different ideas for that. This is relaxing to me. I love to do it. And I've started to really like getting this content out there and seeing what you guys think about it. I might have this water going just a bit fast. I just noticed a piece of gold fly out. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. And yes, if you guys remember, I did design this one myself. It is the Adventure Sluice from DreamMat, prospectorsdream.com. And I built the rack, and I got the angle set at about 9 degrees. That one had a whole bunch of gold in it. It is moving the gold down. But now I'm not even again. This is a whole lot of material to go through. I believe I was guaranteed a gram or a gram and a half in this bucket. I want to say a gram, because when I bought it, I believe it was $80 or $89, which would be right for about a gram of gold with all this dirt. I love this Adventure Sluice because it's got the 3 different areas on it. So if I do miss something from up here, I can count on it being caught in either the second or third set of vortexes. I've run and rerun my tailings before, and I only found one piece of gold that went through. And it was a larger flat piece of gold that weighed about 0.3 grams. But it was flat, and I think that's why it lifted up and went down to sluicing out. I hope you guys all enjoy your Christmas. If you get vacation, great. Get out there and do what you love. Spend time with your family. Spend time without your family, depending on your situation and what you enjoy. My family's grown. My wife wants to have another child. I don't know how I feel about that, but she's young, so I don't feel it would be right to say no, that she couldn't have another child. She's never had a child before. And I just feel like that would be very selfish of me to tell her no. Let me know what y'all think. That was a nice size flake. Guys, let me know if you think I'm feeding this thing too fast, because I'm not quite sure. I've only been panning for about a year and using sluices for about 5 or 6 months. And you know, there's plenty of videos to show you how to pan, but not very many to show you how to actually run a sluice. You get numbers thrown at you like 10 degrees or less, or 9 degrees. But as far as figuring out the speed of the water, I have no idea. All I do is I get it going and I try to make sure it's clearing out the cells. But I don't know how fast that should be happening or what should be going on there. So if you guys have any ideas for me or any advice for me, please let me know. I've grown to love our gold fam. Every one of you guys have great information to give, and we all try to help each other, and I really like that. I don't do pay dirt because I live in Missouri and there's no naturally occurring gold here. Well, there is, according to the USGS maps. Down south east Missouri, there supposedly are old gold mines here. I have yet to find them. And the only gold I find in the Missouri River, which is where they say they find a lot, is very, very small flour gold. So maybe I'm in the wrong location for it. So I don't do gold pay dirt, because all I would be doing would be recycling gold from all over the country. And I just don't think that's right. I mean, I guess it's okay, but I don't like to do that. We are considering moving, and if we move, we'll probably will move to the Arizona area, because you know there's no gold in Arizona either. But at least there's rich ground we can go look for it on. I do plan this spring to start getting out to the rivers though and doing some sluicing and panning on the river, just so I can see what I can find. If there's any good spots in different places than where I've been. And if so, I'll record that and I'll put that on the channel too. Now, this video so far is about 13 minutes long, and I'm not quite sure when my camera's going to cut off. It usually has a running time of about 20 to 30 minutes on the battery. So if it cuts off, I'll come back and we'll continue this in another segment. But again, if you like what I'm doing here, please like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I put out any more content. And again, if you have any advice for me, feel free to leave it. I was always taught that constructive criticism should always be welcomed. That's the only way we can improve ourselves at anything. I'm seeing some really good shiny little pieces of gold in there. Nothing huge, but then again, I'm in the minus 30 stuff, so we're not going to be finding that huge of gold down here, but there's stuff that's large enough it shouldn't have gotten through the 30 mesh. Okay, there's our second pan, I think. Hoping to get through all this tiny stuff before the camera stops. Look at that gold up there in the unicorn. Nice. Unicorn kind of acts like a indicator map. It catches gold on its way out. And of course the vortexes catch the rest. I've done several tests on this to see what's better for the small stuff. If it's this, the spiral, I don't know what you call that thing, but I've got one, the blue spiral disc. And it seems like this and the toolbox sluice do the best with this small stuff, even though that's what the spiral thing was actually designed for. I get a lot of black sands in the cup in the spiral deal. I don't know, maybe I just don't have the angle set right, the water just right. Again, the water issue is something I'm not fully understanding about yet. So I'm sure I'll get better as time goes on. All right, don't know what happened there, but we had a bit of a break in my connection. Could be that the battery is about to die. If it does, like I said, we'll continue in another segment. That was a big shovel. I just want to see how it handled it. All right, we're going to try to get through one more pan before I run out of battery life. Since I've got about a pan or so left after this of the little stuff. There we go. Also, guys, I don't do pay dirt reviews, mainly because I do this for my own mental health. I understand that I'm not doing this to get rich. If I had a place I could go and mine and prospect my own dirt, that's exactly what I would be doing. So the only review you'll ever hear me do is on shipping or the condition of the package when I received it or stuff like that. As far as ROI, as long as I get what they promised me, that's all I care about. If I get more than that, great. I just enjoy watching the dirt clean away from the gold. It's relaxing. Just me concentrate on something other than my brain. In the past. Of all the things that have been recommended to me for PTSD over the years, this is by far the most relaxing. I've been recommended to smoke weed, which I won't do because it's illegal federally. It is legal in my state for recreational use, but not federally, and I don't want to run afoul of Big Brother with the ATF and such. So until they take that off the Schedule 1 list, marijuana is a no-go for me. I don't judge anybody else for doing it, but it's just not for me until it's legal. I've tried running. I've tried weightlifting. Became a gym rat for a while. Tried watching my diet, everything. Going hiking, hunting, and this are the only things that let me relax. problem with me and pay dirt is I go through it so fast that a lot of times I'll remix and go through it again, make up some of my own from the previous stuff that I've had, go through it again, and once a month or so I'll order pay dirt from somebody and then go through it. I win pay dirt from time to time. Ooh, that's a lot. And I enjoy when I do win it. I enjoy watching other people win it. When I win it, I usually will pan it that day that I get it. And I usually will forget to record it. So I'm trying to not do that anymore. One day I'll have a rack full of pay dirts I need to go through, like John R. or Miller or or Dig Daddy. But currently, I do things as I can. So if anybody knows of any places around Missouri, or even in our neighboring states, close to our state, that has gold prospecting opportunities, let me know. I've heard there's some in Arizona, in Arkansas. I have heard of some in Kansas, but I don't know where they are. I've never heard of anything in Illinois. Kentucky supposedly has some. But again, I'm not sure where. I grew up in Kentucky, and my father, who worked for the state as an environmental inspector, said that there is no naturally occurring gold in Kentucky. So let me know if you guys know of anything around me. I know that Indiana has gold. I've talked to Brian. I've ordered some of his pay dirt, and he's told me if I'm ever over there visiting my niece, I can always, come visit them, and they can take me out up there, which is great. And I plan to do that in the spring. It's the Indiana Gold guys. So I look forward to that. Yeah, anywhere else anybody knows about, let me know. I don't get out much. I don't like people. I should say I don't like a lot of people. I don't feel comfortable, but I can go out with one or two people. What's a lot of gold in this small stuff? Also, do any of you guys know of something I can add to this water, like a flocculant that'll settle out the mud and dirty water that I get from Lynch and other places that have natural pay dirt? I mean, I know I can soak it first and then drain it off, but I've heard there's a flocculant of some kind that you can put in there and it clears your water for you. I've been searching and I can't find it. All I find are things that'll clarify the water for drinking. I just want to clarify the water so I can recycle it and not have to keep dumping my water out and wasting water. All right, that's it for the tiny. I'm gonna wash out this bucket real quick just to make sure I don't leave anything in it. Okay, we'll let that run and clear out a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm going to try and let you guys see what I see. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's quite a bit of gold in there. Okay, once this clears out a little bit, I'll go ahead and pan it and we'll come back.